I am really excited about this one. We are leaving Hiroshima behind us. We're on the JR ferry heading to the island of Miyajima, which is one of the most sacred islands in Japan and most famous for those huge Tori gates, the one that stands in the water and they call the floating gate, and the Itsukushima shrine, which is a World Heritage Site and it's been there since the 12th century. I believe it's the most magical of islands, and we're going to go and spend the night there. Can't wait to see it. This is an onsen ryokan, and there it is. Japanese lounge, all set up for us to enjoy and not a hint of bedding. And that, I gather, comes in a bit later on with all sorts of traditional decoration to keep us awake at night, no doubt. Paper walls, paper windows, and the tatami mats. Putting it on the record that once again we are geared out in traditional Japanese kit because we are spending the night on the island of Miyajima in a proper ryokan, which is an onsen ryokan. And because of that, we have to wear the gear. So we're both equipped with cotton kimonos, which they call yukata. And in deference to the weather, because we are now officially in autumn, we have to wear this fetching little jacket over it before we stride out and go and find our onsen. We're still at the Kinsuikan Ryokan, waiting to sort of see what delights lie ahead for breakfast. And this is what breakfast looks like at the moment, so we're not too sure what lies under the boxes, but we're going to do a big reveal. Go.
So all will be revealed. Let's see what we have.
That is not your regular egg and bacon.
Japanese.
That looks like pickles. Ooh, I love miso. I'm not sure about breakfast time though.
And just in case we feel hungry, we also have some rice.
The whole thing's full of rice. Casually sauntering through the streets, a little deer, a Miyajima deer. They're running like crazy because apparently the deer likes sweet things. Oh well, this is after trying another shot. Itsukushima Shrine is one of the more unusual shrines that we've come to visit. It's floating, literally, like the famous Tori gates just over there, for we are on the island of Miyajima. And this shrine has been here for hundreds of years, withstanding the sea. And I believe there's all sorts of interesting ways they've done it, like weighing down the corridors with heavy concrete lanterns. But it's just the most picturesque and beautiful and revered shrine in the area. There's the Tori gate. I'm standing on the shrine. And here's an incredibly polite queue waiting just to get the best spot for a photograph. Nobody hustles, nobody pushes in front of the other one. Just stands there neatly. We had to come back again to the Itsukushima shrine because when we saw it the first time, the tide was low. And this is the floating shrine, and now we're back again to see the floating Tori gate and the shrine floating. It's absolutely exquisite. But this time round, I've discovered something that has really made my day because behind me is the oldest No theatre in the whole of Japan. And No is the oldest classical form of theatre. For me, it's my personal journey. Maybe even this trip to Japan started when a 20-year-old Wendy did a thesis at university, for whatever reason back then, on the culture of the people of Japan and how it is portrayed through theatre. I even made a no theatre. So here I am, Geri-Antics years later, and I'm finally in the presence of a real no theatre in Japan. You see these white paper sort of hanging decorations all over, and as opposed to the brightly coloured decorations you see, which are often for blessings or a wish for help on something, these are for purification. So apparently you wave it over your head and you pray for purification. It's quite fun to watch. So there's the Tori gate. The tide is going out. So all of a sudden you've got all these tourists and visitors leaping down onto the soggy sand to get as close as they possibly can to the Grand Tori Gate of Miyajima. Seriously? We're still walking up the mountain to get to the ropeway to take us up the mountain. Got to the top of the cableway of Mount Misen, only to find to get to the summit we have to climb another, goodness knows, Billy in the background saying how far is it, another heaven knows how far to get to the top. But we're here, we've got to do it. Near the top of Mount Misen is this beautiful little shrine, which importantly houses the flame, the eternal flame that's been burning for 1,200 years and is used to light the flame in the flame of peace in Hiroshima. We made it right at the top of Mount Misen. That was unexpected. Got off the cable car thinking it was going to be like Table Mountain where you just step out, but no, you step out and then climb straight up 1K. To our hiking friends, we say, it'll be a doddle. To the rest of our Geri-Antic friends, I'm saying, this comes with a warning clause, but absolutely worth it. We can see forever. It's wonderful. So we got off here, this is the end of the cable car, and we thought that was it. But that tippy top over there is in fact where the summit is. So it was a sort of down to the bottom and then a straight climb up again. That wasn't in the small print. We've just turned a corner in the shrine, and you won't believe it, but there is an actual Shinto wedding going on, very private wedding, in a very public place.